Extreme Collectibles here with an impulse buy. Problem with my impulse buys too is it's usually not just one piece, but I feel like I can't have a standalone piece. I have Sideshow's Vader mythos, but I'm a fan of this guy, so maybe not the statue. Well, a little bit of the statue. Well, let's just do it. Extreme Collectibles here with Kylo Ren Premium Format by Sideshow Collectibles. This is the collector's edition. It's not the exclusive. The exclusive has a switch out hand for the lightsaber where he's holding it out kind of like using the Force like he is with that one. And I would always display the lightsaber. So for me, the collector's edition is the way to go. This cost retail is $569, I believe, and there are 1,500 of the collectors and 2,000 of the exclusive. I got them on eBay brand new in a box for $360, so I thought it was a great deal. And I impulse bought it because I really like this character. I know a lot of people aren't, you know, I'm not a huge fan of the new movies. I'm a true Star Wars original trilogy guy. But I like Kylo Ren. I like a lot of things about him. I like how his character has developed. And I like how I think Adam Driver does a great job. So I bought him to go with my Vader mythos. And I also have Darth Malgus coming. And am on the lookout for Maul mythos for a decent price, and then of course the Emperor Premium Format. Put all the Siths together. Man, if you had a lisp and you tried to say Sith, that'd be kind of funny. But so I got this guy. He came in, no issues. There's a lot going on with this piece. You know, first of all, just talking about what it is. So obviously it's Kylo Ren, and he has his mask on. He's using the Force with his left hand. He has his lightsaber with his right hand, and he's kind of in a it's kind of an interesting base. It's both very spaceship-like and then, you know, very swamp-like, where there's kind of a forest. And, you know, it's funny, the spaceship-like almost has lightsaber hilts on three sides of it. So kind of an interesting base, just kind of from someone's brain, I'm sure. But he's there. He's fully clothed, fully robed. You can use his hood up or down. Both look very good, I think. And he's kind of in a museum / dynamic pose, kind of standing there, but a little bit of action going on. He could be using the Force to kill somebody. I really wish they would have had an unmasked version. If they could get the likeness of Adam Driver right as a switch out, that'd be really cool. I would prefer the mask, but it'd be cool to have that option. Second, I think I'm going to send my lightsaber off to Chris. I've never used him before, but he's doing some fantastic things with lightsabers to get this little bad boy to light up. That'd be really cool. He's making some custom ones. The other thing about the concept and the design I don't like is this mixed media that you have down here. It's got all these wires in it, and it's really weird, and I can't get it to work the way I want it to. I've just had it for a day or so, but maybe eventually I'll be able to figure that out. I'm not good at clothing dolls, so it's not a doll. So this piece is actually fairly easy to review because there's not really a lot to look at. The mixed media is kind of overpowering, but just starting at the base. So around the sides, as I talked about, it's almost this futuristic spaceship type, you know, Star Killer base, and it almost looks like some lightsaber hilts as part of it. Could be a power source, whatever it is. But they did a good job with it. It's very basic, but there's some good paint, some good sculpting, and I like how they added a lot of the black weathering and scarring to it to make it look old. And then kind of totally switching directions in the middle of the base. It's kind of this moss-like dirt texture with some stones and some wood. That he's kind of standing on, so maybe this is in the snowy battle where he fought Ren. Who knows where this is actually taking place, because I think this was made right after the Force Awakens episode came out, if I'm not mistaken. And then moving up to Kylo Ren, underneath his dress, you can see his boots. I like them. I think they did a good job sculpting them. There's some good folds. I like his buckles. They look more, this looks a lot more like mixed media, and it's actually not. Moving up to his sculpted dress on the inside, Again, his pants, everything, great sculpt, great fold, great color. It's a few different variations of black, so it's not monotone throughout. And then really quick, just addressing his mixed media dress. It's an interesting fabric, interesting material. It doesn't look bad. I've seen some really bad capes in mixed media. This doesn't look bad at all. One thing that's weird about it, and I have to watch the movie, but I don't like how it's torn on the upper half of his body. If it's movie accurate, great. If not, then I don't know why they did that. His arms kind of have this strange sculpted almost armor all the way to his hands. Almost looks like slinky armor, but it looks good. And you know, one thing with this, they don't have to do any muscle or anatomy really, other than his hands, which his hands look good. I mean, you can tell there's gloves on them. They look a little skinny, but I think they did a good job on his hands, and I like the texture on the gloves. The lightsaber looks great. I'm a big fan not only of the hilt, there's tons of detail that they put in there, but of the actual laser aspect of it. It's hard to tell in the pictures here, but it's almost translucent, but it's not. And then moving on to his helmet, the last part, so first of all, I like there's a few nicks and scars. It's very movie accurate. I like the color they used on it. Obviously it's a black, but it seems to have a little bit of a reflection, which I kind of like in the light. And then I think there's good movie likeness and sculpt in the mask itself, from around the metal parts and the eyes, then over the mouthpiece aspect. My biggest complaint with this is I don't have a quarter scale Vader. I have the Mythos, which is 1/5, so it looks weird right next to each other, which is what I plan to display them with. But I think the Mythos Vader is the best one ever made, and this is, to me, my knowledge, maybe the only one of these ever made. There might be another one, but probably not for 360 bucks. So those are my thoughts on premium format Kylo Ren. It's a cool piece. I know Sideshow's doing some deals on it right now, so pick one up if you like the character. It's definitely worth having. Yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised with this piece, especially for the price I got it at. So really appreciate you watching. If you like this piece, let me know. If you don't like it, let me know why not. If you don't like me, please let me know that too, because it helps me sleep at night. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.